neatly navigating your neural networks to nudge the knowledge net wider. It's Accountech Bytes, your weekly roundup from the world of accounting technology with me, Tom Herbert. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, if you find this useful, please remember to like, subscribe, or follow. Let's get on with the show. Let's start off with a small but potentially important update from gov.uk. And we have a new form to tell Companies House that a company has used your name or address, or both, without your permission. So the form is a first step in tackling the rampant identity theft and fraud that goes on. If you're reporting your address has been used, then you'll need to upload evidence you have the right to the address with one of these documents, and you may be asked for more information. As I said, it's a first step. Whether this information is actually acted on, I guess the proof will be in the pudding. Here's a geeky but kind of fascinating ruling from the Advocate General over at the European Court of Justice. So it's an opinion on the VAT classification of profits from reselling in-game currency. Now, the video game industry, obviously a vast multi-billion-dollar sector, and an increasing number of these popular games have in-app currencies that can be bought for real money. This case involved a Lithuanian small partnership that purchased and resold in-game currency for one of these online games. The Lithuanian tax authorities classified it as gold trading, with the associated profits subject to VAT. The taxpayer obviously challenged this. Now, the Advocate General in this case said no, it shouldn't be classified VAT, but also submitted an opinion that supported the VAT liability of profits earned through in-game currency retail. I say that's having your digital cake and eating it. Next up, we have a survey from Iris that says half of UK workers call for the end of the monthly payday. So 46% of employees want to scrap the monthly payday in favour of accessing wages on demand. 2/3 would access pay more than once a month, given the option. And more than half say an employer offering earned wage access is more attractive than one that doesn't. Now, Herbert's Law of Surveys says who's the survey from and what are they selling. In this case, it's from Iris, and as it happens, they've just launched a new on-demand pay feature, enabling businesses to offer earned wage access to their employees. What do you know? Let's carry on with the surveys, and of 1,000 taxpayers in the self-assessment system, more than half said they're planning to use AI tools such as ChatGPT to help with their return. So they're doing this for a variety of reasons, including speed, convenience, and cost. Myself and Richard Hattersley talk about this in detail on our podcast, which you can find by searching for Accounting Web wherever you get your pods. ChatGPT is the clear favourite, with 25 to 34-year-olds most likely to hit up an AI tool to help with their returns. But there was some good news. For the accounting profession, the majority of taxpayers still want access to qualified professionals. 81%, in fact. Let's head back to Herbert's Law then. Who's the survey from? TaxFix, formerly Tax Scouts. And what do they offer? Well, funnily enough, they're a platform that connects those taxpayers with accountants in their network. Interesting. Final survey for this video, I promise, and the vast majority of accountants believe they should have a hand in training clients on accounting software. So just 16% of accounting professionals believe it is the vendor's responsibility only to train clients on how to use software. Just 17% said they want vendors to act as a first point of contact for clients with issues, and 18% thought that vendors should train their staff solely. Obviously, it depends on what type of support is required, but you can understand why accountants are slightly cautious about letting vendors take the reins when it comes to client training and contact. This data comes from our very own Accounting Web Intelligence Survey, which we're not actually selling, but which polled 250 accounting professionals across a range of firm sizes. Let's move on then, and my inbox is slightly less full of Bitcoin content these days. I feel like the people who were doing it 5 years ago have now moved on to AI. But the price of Bitcoin remains high, and a wide range of organizations are putting it on their balance sheets for a variety of reasons. Jordan Walker, founder of the Bitcoin Collective, writes a piece for us on what you need to know before advising clients or allocating reserves. Thank you, Jordan. Let's head over to MTD Corner now, and in an exclusive interview for Accounting Web, Making Tax Digital Director Craig Ogilvie talks to tax expert Giles Mooney about the mood HMRC in the run-up to the MTD for income tax mandation in April. As always, with all things MTD related, some spicy action in the comments. Last item in a Bijou MTD corner this week. An accounting software fintech has announced a partnership with Zemplar Bank. So, as part of the partnership, customers can open a Zemplar business bank account directly through Coconut. Those who do will receive free access to Coconut's accounting software for 2 years, which this press release says is a saving of £238. This is another item in the bank accounting software category. I guess kind of similar to what NatWest Group and Free Agent does and what Sterling is trying to do with Ember. Although this is slightly different, Zemplar and Coconut are not related entities as far as I know. And now a word from our sponsor, and next Wednesday, our very own Jake Smith will be hosting a webinar on how to evolve from compliance to advisory with AI and technology. Jake will be hosting Paul Lodder from Dext, Adam Ginnis from Layers Accountancy, sorry Adam, and Amy Harper from S&W. And you can reserve your spot by visiting the link in the show notes to this video. Let's get on to some new stuff then, and banking app accounting software Counting Up has just launched an automated in-app VAT filing tool. So this means Counting Up's customers have their transactions automatically categorized, VAT returns pre-populated with transaction data and ready to review, then file directly to HMRC. Here's that phrase, at the tap of a button. Now, hands up, I did record something on this item last week, but messed everything up and had to cut it. So, AdSum is the parent company, OpenTax is the product, and Agent Mode is what they are launching. I've got that straight in my head now. So OpenTax is the portal that allows accounting firms to pull in client data from HMRC. So they have everything in one place. I know HMRC should be doing this, but they're not. Anyway, Agent Mode, which they're in the process of launching, allows users to ask questions of that information, run jobs, and let tasks complete in the background. What type of thing do you mean? Well, accountants can ask OpenTax Agent Mode to find all clients with payments due in the next 9 days, send reminders with the payment amount, deadline, and reference, collect missing client contact details, etc. Quick update from our favourite Norfolk-based accounting tech provider, and Roveal has announced a partnership with e-commerce accounting and order management platform Tradebox. So this allows online retailers to streamline their financial visibility, automate accounting, and deliver insight. Let's head over to Canada now, where Portal Audit Dashboard has announced version 8.0. There's something vaguely nostalgic about version numbers, takes you back to the days of desktop domination. Anyway, version 8.0 includes Microsoft Office 365 and Copilot integrations. And let's stay in Canada, where AI analytics platform MindBridge has launched its agentic interface. So it says here, unlike generic AI engines that provide shallow insights, MindBridge has developed a purpose-built intelligence layer for finance. Final item, and a couple of weeks ago I finished Dext's VAT Checker, so I think it's only fair that I feature it when someone checks the checker. So this from Charlotte Dennis at Duncan and Topless. While the new feature is handy, there are a couple of things worth knowing before you use it. So the checker VAT number tool only works for numbers that are currently active. If a VAT number was valid when the invoice was issued but has since been deregistered, it'll show as invalid. Also, users might be thrown through a loop if a supplier's name looks different. The example given here B&Q's VAT number actually comes up as Kingfisher PLC on HMRC systems. Right, that's your lot for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to keep up to date with the fast moving world of accounting technology, why not sign up for my weekly email? Just click the link in the description to the video, pop your email address in the box, and hit the yellow button to sign up. As I said at the top of the show, please remember to like, subscribe, or follow. If you go into Accountech North in Manchester next week, then do come and say hi. Otherwise, I'll be back on Wednesday with another video. Bye for now.